I'm Eileen. I'm 39 years old. I came from Philippines. My first motivation to learn German was to work in Germany as a medicine. So I've researched and I've heard a lot of good news about medicine or the advanced technologies in medicine, especially on my field. That's why I wanted to try to work in Germany to learn more. It was really hard for me to get into a face-to-face or in-person class for German class because of my schedule and my work. So I still practice as a doctor in the Philippines. So my schedule was almost full and I have no time to go to class. So I searched also for a German course that I can do, and I've heard and I've read also that the German Fluency Academy, you can do it alone or you can self do it on your own time, your own pace and your own time, and you can do a self-study. So that was the first thing that I liked about the German Fluency Academy. It was really hard for me to concentrate because of the hectic schedule. But when I allot a time for studying, the program was intensive also for beginners. So it was really helpful for me. When I started in German Fluency Academy, I had to follow this timetable or schedule. There's a lesson that I have to follow or have to continue every like week or every day, or depends on me or depends on the schedule I made. And then after each lesson, there's goals that I have to do or exercises. First, that was really helpful for me. So I like that about German Fluency Academy. And also when I needed to review again for the exam in A1, because I needed an official certificate from Gute. So I went back to the lessons. So it's very handy and it's easy to like you just go back to whatever you need to or whatever you have to learn again. So it's available always, or I can go back to it anytime I want. So that's really what I like about this program also. And of course, since I already passed the A1, it also helped me to get my visa going here to Deutschland. So that was one of the requirements. So it was really big help. The German Fluency Academy was really big help in passing the exam, even if I didn't have formal schooling or formal like the one in the classes. And it also helped me when I went to my vacation in Germany before I had traveled to Germany a few times. At first, I wasn't really confident in speaking, of course, because I was just a beginner. But when the examples of Salome in the program, it was really helpful and it was really practical to use, even if it's just like a short sentences. And since I am used to hearing her to use some of the German words, so when I hear it also in the natives or in the locals, I can don't know the meaning of the sentence or what are they saying. At first, I really try to speak in German, especially if it's in the groceries or in the cafes, because I kind of know what I would say because I have already formulated many times in my mind. But sometimes when they talk to me and they like have a follow-up question, I still pause a little bit and then think of what I have to answer. But it really helped me also in staying here in Germany. It really helped me to speak. I'm still a little shy to speak, but I try speak German. So it's integration. I think it's really important because you're like pressure, you're pressured to speak or you're like pushed to speak the language. Now that I am taking also a class here in Germany, so my classmates in the German class helped me in speaking, practicing German speaking, and also our teacher. We have a lot of speaking exercises. So though my friends from the German class also is very helpful and we are all excited like to speak. So when we see each other, like hello, and we converse in German. We really try to converse in German if we like we have our phones and then wait. I'll just look this in German if we don't know the vocabulary. And it is like you're in the same class, so you're not too shy to speak to them because you know that you're with the same level, or you're not afraid to speak because you know like you have the same level. With my cousin, when I first got here, I can't really like put my sentences together. So I wanted to practice with her. But most of the time, I practice with my classmates. Since it's like a German school, so other levels, like other people from the other classes, like when they saw us, they also converse with us. So even if we're not classmates, we talk also in German with them. Actually, I really like the extra work that's included in the German Fluency Academy. So when I need to do an exercise or when I want to do like exercises again, I just go back to it and then it really helps me with my class now. Some of the stories included in the program, when I remember it, I say, oh, I've heard about it or I've studied it in the German Fluency Academy. Before I went to travel, I just went back to the 30 useful phrases. So I review it while I was on the plane and then when I got here. So I'm familiar with the other words. So when I hear at the cafe, so I try also. But of course, at first I'm really shy. But when I'm with someone that who can speak German, like she will answer for me if I don't know the answer to the next. But I always don't forget to smile and then say, I'm just still learning Deutsch because that was the last tip of 30 useful phrases. I always go back to my goal that I really wanted to speak in German or to speak well actually in German or good in German because in my work, if I want to work in Germany, I have to really speak good Deutsch to understand the patients so that I can treat them and diagnose them well. So first, that is really my motivation. So it's really always in my mind that I really need and I really need to push myself to speak. Sometimes I still get shy when speaking, especially when like no offense, but some of the Germans are impatient and then like me, I'm lost for words. So I'll just like say, can you please repeat again? Or I'll just try to look the word in the dictionary and then try to speak it or try to make a sentence, even if it's wrong grammar. If it, I just try to speak because I think the locals here or the German speakers here, even if you don't speak the sentence well, they can understand you as long as you have the verb or something or they have an idea of the so that's what I learned. Don't get shy in speaking because somehow they will understand you and you don't know them and you probably won't see them again. So just try to speak. And then if ever when you come back or when you see them again, you just like try to speak. And somehow they will also know that you're still learning German. So actually they don't mind if you really don't speak the language well. Just don't get pressure when they like started shouting or when they started speaking faster. For other learners, I recommend them to join the German Fluency Academy. So first, if ever, I know it's self-study, but if you have questions, you can directly ask Salome or the team. So that is really the support system in studying is really there. And even if you're shy to speak, Salome is very nice and approachable, and you're not going to be afraid of her if you really can't speak yet Deutsch. I think the teachers or the teacher is really important because sometimes others are conscious or afraid of the teachers, especially if they can't speak the language. But in the program, it's mixed English and Deutsch, so you'll get comfortable with her also with the sessions in the meetings every Wednesday. So I really like that about the course. And of course, the course is extensive. Everything that you need is there in the program for beginners. Yeah. I think even if you're not a beginner anymore, or if you're like a refresher, or if you want a refresher, you can still use the German Fluency Academy lessons. And when you need it, like what I've said before, if you need to go back to the lessons, it's always available because you can always like open the website or the site for the lesson. So if you want Salome to note your progress in the course, she can also help you with that. So Salome is a very good teacher. I think in learning German, some are intimidated to learn the language. But when you start with a friendly and a good teacher, that you're not going to be scared that much in learning.